Dude, did you think I was not coming? Did you? Is that why you called me? After all these years? Hey, and
Hello, hello. Yeah, can you hear?
the ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hungkop Tire.
Wow, it is so exciting down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. We are being treated by a lot of fans down here together with us, waiting to share their experience in watching this week's penultimate round 4 of the MTCC. A very good afternoon to all of you folks, wherever it is that you might be watching us. My name is Mio Adlan, and together with me always, we got Erin Cheong here. Erin, we have fans.
They are race fans, not Mio fans. That is one thing we have to put it out clear. What's going to be happening down at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, the Malaysia Touring Car Championship 2026. And we are finally at the end of the line. Round 4, Mio, can you believe it?
Imagine kita dah mula dah daripada hari itu, round pertama, pusingan kedua, ketiga. Sekarang ni kita dah pusingan keempat yang terakhir untuk series MTCC 2026 ni. And it is a very tight standing. Kalau kita boleh tengok pada standing ni, it's a tight race. It's anybody's game right now sebenarnya.
Anybody's game. The standings are actually really close and anybody from the bottom could just emerge to the top. So the points is going to be really crazy on this race, and I want you guys to actually witness that with us right here. Of course, you're probably there watching under your ACs, and we're here in the heat, and the cars in the backgrounds are actually gearing up for the race this evening. But as we talk about gearing up for the race, there's something that is coming up right here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. It's not what you guys are thinking
It's not what you guys think, because apa yang pentingnya pada hujung bulan Oktober nanti, kita akan adakan seperti biasa our staple event of the season, which is the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia edisi tahun 2026 happening down here at the Petronas International Sepang Circuit. Dan yang menariknya untuk kali ini, untuk season ini sebenarnya, we're gonna have our local rider representing Malaysia and his team for the Moto3. Siapa lagi kalau tak Hakim Danish?
Yes, and of course we still have the Danish Tribune as well dekat our main grandstand. So for all the information that you guys need, make sure you guys check out our socials, Sepang Circuit, and our website as well, sepangsircuit.com.
Correct.
But coming back to today's event.
Hari ni.
Sekarang ni kita dekat round 4.
Round 4, betul?
Round 4, we have 19 cars for the MTC, MT2, and MT2B and MT2G category.
Correct.
Right now.
Correct. That's correct.
It's really noisy in the
It's really
background
noisy right now
now.
because kerana apa right now all the cars are going out. They're just waiting for the siren to be rung later on, and that's when all the cars will be making their way to the track for them to get ready for the start of the race. As mentioned, this is race number 1 for round number 4. We're going to have 2 races, obviously, today and tomorrow as well. So make sure you guys tune in to our socials, our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok and whatnot, because all the informations are going to be shared there throughout this whole weekend.
Yes.
I dah berpeluh ni, nak pandai ni.
I dah perlu. Tapi I tahu orang yang tak berpeluh.
Siapa yang tak berpeluh? Siapa yang berani tak berpeluh tu
Dua
sebenarnya?
individu ni yang akan comment for this race. That will be our commentators for this race, and they have been the commentators for every single round that we've had.
Correct, yes.
Nick and Jeevan.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys are comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Very comfortable,
I keep bringing this up all the time. I can actually see the sweat on the top of your head draining off right now. It is very warm up here in Sepang. But yes, welcome to the commentary box. Nick, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm so excited because I see so much of activity, Jeev. We've not seen this sort of excitement, this sort of atmosphere in quite some time.
Look at that, yeah.
Exactly it. That's exactly the essence of what this weekend is about.
Well, I said there's a lot of other championships happening as well. The Thailand Super Series is in town. That also has so many people that comes along. But yes, good to have so many people have joined us for this last round of the MTCC 2026 season. It has been full of everything that you could possibly ask for. Now, I know that, Nick, you have a slight contention with what Arena was saying earlier about how everyone can jump to the top. There are a lot of categories that are open, though.
Yes, they are. And I think the great thing about this season is they had the endurance race right smack in the middle instead of having it as a season finale. And as a result of that, it has mixed everything up in the standings because there is everything to race for in this season finale weekend. We look at the MTC and the HMRT team runaway leaders, but not by a long distance. They are only 10 points ahead of...
Oh, that's very doable.
Yeah, the privateer team of Ken Wu and Russell Tan. But Aaron Lim, Avila Bahar, definitely the combination to beat. Fadzil Alang and Hendra Adiputra also not too far behind. They're on 62 points. That's 13 points behind our race leaders. So a good weekend, this weekend, would give them the championship. So I would say
let's have a look. Let's have a look at the championship standings. We've got them up right now while the cars are getting ready to get onto the grid. Well, we'll get that to you as soon as it comes up. You were saying, Nick?
Yep, and that is with the MTC where we have a 3-horse race. We look at the MT2G and it's equally tight as well, Jeev. We have 3 teams separated by 3 points.
Wow.
Sun Chipo, Aun Yuan Wei of Bay Racing on 72 points. Ng Chon Chin, Freddie Ang of the Sakudo X on 70 points. Adi Rahimi and James Russell from the Modern Racing team on 69 points.
Well, that is amazing. Now, just at this point, before we go any further, just to go through it again with the people that are just joining us, 12 points, 15 points for a win, 12 points for second, 10 points for third, and then it goes down. So all of these numbers that you're talking about are literally within reach.
Indeed. Indeed, within reach. And we look at the MT2V and it's equally as competitive. Divyesh and Harkish Giva of Team DV Motorsport on 76 points. But we have 2 teams tied on points coming into this final round. Lee Chi-Hwa, Lester Lian of X-Works.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here it is.
So, yeah, as you can see, MT2G, you've got Sun Chipo, On Your Way, Ng Chon Chin, the Sakudo X, and Modern Racing Team for the top 3. And not much between them, just 17 points.
And this was what I was talking about earlier. DV Sport still leading the line. Did not have the best of races in the last round, but they still lead the line. 76 points. Lee Chi-Hwa, Lester Lian right on their tails. And also not forgetting Mark Chiu and Kenny Chan from Kuras Motorsports, both on 68 points.
Well, and also creditable mention to Daniel Wren and Justin Toe and, of course, Genevieve and Raja as well that make up this great category. But this is what we're talking about with Divyesh Prajun's TV Motorsport. It is about consistency. It's not just about the race win on the day. They did have a bad round 3. It was such an important round as well, having double points and being the endurance round, but still at the top of the championship. That is a good indicator of a good competitive series, which can only get more competitive if you broaden it up in the future, of course.
Yeah, it's all about getting to a great start, and I think Divyesh and Harkish just did exactly that. They were victors in the first 3 races, won both the first round, and got the win in the round 2, the second race as well.
Consistency, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So now, going into this race, what do you think? Who do you reckon's really on fire? Do we have qualifying stats?
Yes, we do have qualifying as well. So some of the results that came out of qualifiers. Now at the MTC, there was one team, again, dominating the qualifiers, and I'll leave you to take a wild guess on who they are.
HMRT. No. Was it?
Who else but the HMRT combination of Avila Bahar?
No, that doesn't mean, by the way, people, doesn't mean I'm psychic, okay? But let's have a look back now at some of the highlights from the last round. They would race off at their own pace, and of course MT2G had a slightly more complicated start that was under investigation at times, but in the end resulted in at least everybody getting away. The usual battles then took to the 15 corners, but this was the most high-profile absentee, that number 19 championship leading car for DB Motorsports, having to come in very, very early. Their sister car, the 190 car, took the lead in the end and never really relinquished it. But this was the big battle at the end. Unlucky for Daniel Renoir and Justin in that battle. They weren't really supposed to be there. And that was the night racing team that was also 13th in class. In the end, the big battle between Johnny Z and Ali Rahimi, but it would be that 27 car that comes through faultless, absolutely flawless, in fact, over the off. You see, Nick, you know for a fact that HMRT, that's what I was saying to people before about how I'm not psychic. If you could watch the highlights, and the last word I said about the HMRT team was flawless, okay? That's what we're talking about. They've set their own benchmark that they have to beat this week.
Yes, they have put no foot wrong, and I'm not just talking about car number 27 from HMRT, it's also car number 26. Back to my earlier point,
right.
in qualifiers, both these HMRT cars were the fastest on track.
Really? By how much?
Well, they clocked in 131s, and
wow, that's pretty fast.
lapping 2 seconds faster than the Papaya Pay Racing team of Fazil Alang and Hendra.
Once again, just as a reference point, 124 is probably on average the fastest that we've seen this season. 124. That's a pretty good bet. But
124, G. You mean 224s?
224s, yeah. 224s. 124 is the F1 car, right? 224s, 227s, and 228s are what you get on a normal, average, sunny Malaysian day. This isn't a normal, average, sunny Malaysian day. As you can see from these wonderful spectators, it's actually really hot here today. 230, 234 is what you get if it starts raining, and if it starts raining really heavily, well, all you'll get is a full course yellow and maybe even a stopped race. So today, I think we're going to be looking at some 228s, but you're starting on 224s. Is that what you're giving me?
231s, which I think is consistent timings for qualifiers at least. They do not want to push their cars too hard.
It's not the same. It's a little faster in qualifying. Well, they're out now for what looks like the formation lap. And they could be up to, well, as many as race control determines. As you can see, it's 10 minutes of race time.
Yeah, just to give you some timings on the MT2G category, Jonathan Z is back after a great third round. And he's got himself a new partner in tow, this time teaming up with Kwek Kian Wee. Or rather, Kwek Kian Wee and John Z were partners from the previous race as well.
That's very odd, though, to see him teamed up with someone. He's usually
on his own.
Lone Wolf.
Correct.
Z, as we like to call him.
And so he posted the fastest time in the MT2G. Second was Ling Guang Yu, Eddie Liu. And the third fastest was Ng Chon Chin and Freddie Ang. So all your usual names. In the MT2V, Parajun and Brandon Paul, who picked up where they left off in the last race.
That's really good that DB Motorsports are literally battling to the last. I mean, it's not the last race. The last race is actually tomorrow. But the last weekend for certain. But to be coming into this weekend with that race pace, that's not bad.
And here's an interesting fact, Jeev. In the second place for the MT2V, Genevieve Henrietta alongside a new partner. And as we look at the temperatures, as you were speaking about, 34 degrees, absolutely scorching out there.
Absolutely scorching out there. You never get a dull moment in Sepang simply because the normal things in life become extreme things. Whether it's not just a drizzle that you'd have on a normal day, it's a rainstorm, and it's not just a bit of sun. It's something that will burn your skin off. If you're out there for too long, it would burn your skin off. And there are a lot of people up here.
Yeah, no amount of umbrellas can really protect you from these shades, but our drivers...
This is, of course, the world-famous Petronas Sepang International Circuit. It's been in effect for a long time now, with those 15 corners. Every type of motorsport situation you could want is within those 15 corners, with the two signature straights, of course, 927 meters, where you can really pick up the speed. But, as I said, you need your braking sorted out. You need to know spatial awareness, where you are on the track. That's what makes an FIA Grade 1 circuit, is having all of these different situations. And of course, the track itself can be broken up into two tracks, north and south. But for the MTCC Championship, which used to be the MCS Malaysia Championship Series, it's always been full course.
Yeah, we saw in the last race how it.
But before we get into that, Nick, we're going to get down to the grid because now we get to talk to the drivers themselves. Let's get down to the guys.
All right, guys, now I'm here with the driver for car number 208. We got Ken Wu in the driving seat together with Russell Tan later on. Ken, round 4, the penultimate, the final round. Granted, we have race 1 and race 2, so preparation for today is just about getting to the finish line in the best possible position.
I think currently we are overall having a podium position in the overall season. This final race is very important for us. We need to have at least 1 or 2 podiums to be able to get an overall podium finish. So we just try our best, let God do the rest.
Okay. No, because again, like you said, this is like the most important because round 4, usually we will have the endurance race in round 4, but this year round there's a bit of a flip. Round 3 was the endurance race, but this time around, any extra strategy or the change of the script that you guys had to do?
Honestly, I just want to focus on driving. I leave it to the manager. He tell me when to pit in, I just pit in, that's all I know. I just drive only.
Lovely. And the car, how's the car's condition this weekend?
Splendid, splendid.
All right,
Yeah.
lovely. So we wish you the best of luck and hopefully we see you at the podium and overall. Right, good luck to you. Gents, back to you guys.
I'd just like to say that that is the perfect attitude for any driver to have. You leave everything up to your manager and God.
Yeah, exactly.
You do the driving, that's it.
They've done really well for themselves, this privated team of Ken Wu and Russell Tan in their debut season. 5 podium finishes, Chief.
Wow.
Yeah, and 10 points behind Aaron Lim and Avila Baha, but those guys are on a different level.
Well, no, that's the thing. I mean, you know, in this level of racing, this category of racing, it gets very competitive anyway, but you don't have breakaway teams that are breaking away simply because of budget. HMRT is not, you know, in the position that they're in simply by chucking money at a problem. It's not about that. So it's a testament to the kind of engineering that they've been up to in their car that you can come out of this season and say, at least we did manage to get a level of reliability and consistency that we're happy with.
Yeah, that's exactly what the HMRT team have been doing, really gearing up for the S1K, which they keep emphasizing about. But all the lead-up races have been absolutely great.
Well, let's get down back down to the grid with car 81.
Car number 81 right here for MTC and making its debut for the Proton X70. I've never seen X70 on this car right now. So, Azrael, can you tell me a bit about the S70 car?
Yeah, I mean, we're making the debut in this last round of MTCC, and obviously proud to be able to bring the name of Proton alongside every other driver. So yeah, we're gonna see how the race goes. Try to keep a clean race, and hopefully get a good position in the end.
Now, we are, of course, at the round 4, which is actually the last and final round for the season. Is there a reason why S70 is out on the track today?
Well, we were trying to get the car, to prepare the car as fast as possible. So it's more of a run to see where we can get by the end of the year for S1K to say. So yeah, we will see how we get to the end for today and to see what data we can get for the next few races.
Azrael, will we see you for the next MTCC season?
Hopefully. I wish to be here, yeah, and I hope to be here too.
How do you feel about some of your competitors here? Of course, we have the HMRT team right at the front. How do you think you're going to fare out in the game today?
Yeah, I mean, having HMRT at the front, we know they're really fast. Throughout the whole season, they've been dominant. We'll try to catch up to them, of course, to see what data we can get from them, to see how we can practice our race stuff and stuff like that too. So yeah, the aim is obviously to win, but to be realistic, we also have to see where we can end up at the end too.
Amazing. All right, good luck to you out on the track, Azrael. I can't wait to see you. And of course, back to Nick and G.
I'm going to ask you a question, Nick. Would you rather have a driver that trusts manager and God, or a driver that trusts data?
Well, a combination of all of what you mentioned, I think is the best recipe.
Very good answer. Yes, it's very true.
But interestingly, Jeef, I think this is one of the highlights of this round. Axel Sports debuting the S70. Yeah. A local team with a local car. What more can you ask for?
Well, you know, I'm old enough, and you can see from my face that I'm I'm old enough to remember the first advert that Proton came out for the Saga. That was years and years and years ago. And it was such a proud moment for Malaysia to have our own national car. And look where that's gone now. You got the S70, you got a whole range of models. It's impressive, very impressive.
And the S70 also doing so well. We see so many of these models on the road. You know, it's such a hot car among Malaysians.
I'm guessing it's been tuned up to race spec. That's usually the circumstances for most of these road cars. They are the same cars that we drive at home, but tuned up, of course, weight. There's only one seat in there. There's no need for 4 seats. But the S70, do you reckon it's going to handle up against some of these other marques that we have, especially Honda being the big one?
Yeah, I was watching a clip of Alex Young, who's Excel Sports team principal and owner, and he spoke about the car setup as well. He was really confident about the race pace, the tire management especially. He says these tires can last the pace of this 50-minute race, and I think that is a huge asset for this team. And they are, of course, making their debut here, but with the bigger target of competing in the S1K and ultimately going global. So Excel Sports embarking on just more than customer racing. They are now looking to build race cars and really compete against the likes of the HMRT.
If that's the kind of engineering I was talking about that will lead you to much bigger and better things. And of course, having better tires will affect the actual day-to-day and race-to-race strategy as well, because these 50-minute races, now that we're back to normal programming, shall we say, on MTCC. It's not like the endurance race. There will be one pit stop that'll be in between the 25th minute and the 40th minute. That's the pit stop window. And this entire race that you're about to watch is basically structured around that pit window. When you come in, whether you come in early, whether you come out late, how long, of course, you stay in there. And if you get everything just right, balance it, and I'm going to bring them up again, HMRT have been doing it, then you can come out all roses. Is the way I look at it.
Yeah, pit strategy is one of the most crucial components of any race, be it a mini endurance or a 50-minute race.
Yeah.
Because if you come in early and you exit on time and you get everything done within that stipulated 90 seconds, you have already have one hand on the trophy.
Yeah, exactly. And also, not only does it keep your car out on the track in a timely fashion in terms of your goals and aims, it makes the whole team feel good that everything went according to plan. You know, when things don't go according to plan and you're in recovery, that's a whole different workflow. So I'm talking about the workflow out of the car. Inside the car, of course, the driver himself is doing all sorts of micro decisions when it comes down to it. But at touring car level, you get to actually see and feel this kind of engineering, because at F1 and greater, it's too fast. It happens too quickly, or it's hidden in a computer bank somewhere.
Yeah, but for this endurance race, like you mentioned, we get to see
everything.
All of the process that happens. We get to see the mechanics, the pit crew on standby, waiting for the car to come in, and then the tire change happens.
Yeah, that's why touring car racing around the world, and this is an absolute guaranteed fact, is the most relatable racing for people to watch, because a lot of some of the older motorsports people have said it harks back to the old days of motorsport where it's a man and a machine, and it's not a man and a machine and 25 computers, which unfortunately, truth be said, is what F1 has become.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I think we get a lot of fans who keep tuning in to watch the action live, because they're simply intrigued of the concept of endurance racing.
And thanks to you guys, by the way, for joining us all season while we've still got the time just before the race. As you can see, we're down to the 1 minute board now. 60 seconds before we get the formation lap that will be watched very closely. We should also say hi to race control. They will now be in effect. To be honest, they've probably been in effect before this. But hi, guys. Thanks for being with us all season as well. Now that we've all said hi for the last round, let's get underway. Race control, of course, will be watching these 50 cars for the next 50 minutes, all of these cars. And that's the other thing that can affect your output, shall we say. A 60-second stop-and-go penalty, a drive-through penalty, you know, a black-white flag. All of these things happen with alarming frequency at touring car level.
Yes, and some decisions will happen only post-race.
Yeah,
and you
that's
get
right.
that re-enumerations of what had happened during the race,
Actually,
and it will be reflective
yeah,
post-race.
It's almost like a recalculation. Sometimes we've seen people drop 3-4 places because of it, because they are actually quite competitive in terms of relative speed. All of these cars essentially can hit the mark.
Yeah, and race control, they are busy the entire period, not just for the duration of this 50-minute race, but they'll have to review all the incidents that happen, which results in the permutations and the true reflections of the points post-race.
Absolutely. So we're off onto our formation lap now. Split grids. There'll be the MTCs up front, and then MT2V and G will be at the back. You can see them just with their separate safety car as well.
Just before we get started, Jeff, would like to give a quick shout out to our official FTA broadcaster, TV Sarawak, who have come on board to amplify the reach of the MTCC, not just confined to the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, but you get to view it all over the country.
Yeah, it's fantastic to have that. And let's have a look at the grid now. Avir Baha, Aaron Lim are both HMRTs at the on the front row. Fazil Alang quick behind. Papaya Pay Racing, Ken Wu and Russell Tan.
Inigo Anton, Azril Azhar, our debutants in 5th, Limi Chok Ng Wei Leng in 6th, John Z and Baron Sim in 7th place, Parajun and Brandon in 8th.
So another good start for DV Motorsport, I see. Ling Guang Yu and Luca Wai in 9th, Ng Chung Chin, Freddie Ang in 10th, Gilbert Ang and Lo Ken Jun in 11th, Sun Chu Po and On Yu Wei in 12th for Bay Racing.
In 13th, we have Mark Javin, Luke Anton, and Ananton, Ethan Sito. This is an exciting young combination in 14th place. Hakimi and Asfa in 15th. James Russell, Adi Rahimi in 16th.
Yep, a Thai partnership, one to look out for. Shazul Hisham from Empire M Racing in 17th. Genevieve and Nabil in 18th for Active Sports. Divyesh and Harkesh in 19th. And Mark Chun Kenny Chan in 20th.
We go on, David Kang, Timothy Yeo in 21st. Motul Art is in 22nd. Hariri and Nora Azmi in 23rd. And we have the father and son combination of Chong Ryo and Chong Kiat Wai, 24th.
Hidenori Miwa and Takashi Oi in 25th. Ken Urata in 26th. Yuta Kamimura in 27th. And Rafin Gaith and Nuro Aini in 28th.
And completing our field for today is Lim Yong Kit, Lee Bao, privateer team, and the SK Garage team, Tauhid Anwar in 30th place.
Yeah, Tauhid Anwar still struggling for pace and form. And we've been talking about the highlights of the season. You know, he's a very gifted driver, and it's probably right to say that he's had a quite the trial this year, 2026. And we hope he bounces back much better in next year's season. So coming up to the trouble corners now, turns 9 and 10, looking very dry today. Remember, round 3, it was a little bit of a different situation.
Yeah, in the first lap itself, we saw so many cars struggling. In fact, it was turn 7 coming into 8, and then they immediately had to brake in 9.
Yeah, and as we get to 10 and 11, well, I keep going on about the track color. If you look at the color of the track now, it's almost white. That is how dry it is out there. If it gets any darker than that, that's your general indicator as to how much moisture is in this asphalt, which has a drainage capacity to it. But if it's like that, you're going to be getting some very fast times. I think seriously, 228s, 227s off the bat maybe. Who knows? Well, definitely from these two. Lurking like sharks up at the front of the grid. You know what I mean?
Coming into these two back streets is where all the action tends to happen.
You got all the other brightly colored fish behind them, but you got these two sharks from HMRT right at the front, just patrolling the reef. Right, so coming up the back straight now, you can see the MT2V and G's 2x2 formations. Good to see that sign. That sign you don't see enough of. You know, it's very important to have perfect formation, especially with a rolling start, which is what we're going to have. The touring production, which is going to be happening, if I'm right, 3 o'clock today, or no, about 4 o'clock today, right?
Yeah.
Just after 4 o'clock. That's going to be a standing start because it's only got 6 competitors in it.
So it's going to be interesting for both the HMRT teams. Of course, Fadzil Alang, Hendradi Putra with a lot of revenge in mind to reverse these positions.
Yeah, why not?
We have a debutant who could pose a different kind of threat, an unknown threat. Can Wu Russell Tan been consistent? It's going to be an interesting MTC
But it is,
season finale.
but a lot of it, again, quickly, is going to come down to the reliability of these cars. So, lights about to turn off to green, which means we're on for MTC. Pedal to the metal for all of them. And right down the middle, is that Fadzil Alang in the middle? It is. Trying to make some headway on the HMRTs right from the start with an all-new start. Look at that. Right down the middle. Well, he's got one of them.
Yes, trying to disrupt that rhythm as
That is
fast
classic.
as possible.
Classic Fadzil Alang to come up with a scheme like that. Well done, mate. Well done.
That's such a unique way to position yourself.
He's been watching the Malaysian doubles in badminton. That's what you do. You go right down the middle.
Right
That's what
down the
happens.
middle
Right.
and found that gap
Brilliant.
to get the second place.
Now look at that. He's now in full defensive mode because nobody knows what to do from that position. Here come the MT2V and Gs. They've now gone green. This is going to be really tight in these conditions at turn 1. Let's hope for the best. I can see DV's Motorsport have pushed out wide on our side. It's the right side. A lot of action happening on the inside.
Mark Darwin and Luke Anton really
Sun
hugging
Chu
the
Po front.
inside.
Empire M with a fantastic start. Bay Racing as well.
Wow, I think it's the first time I've seen almost the entire field navigate their first 3 turns.
Yeah, and actually have trouble at turn 3 instead.
And all done in smooth fashion.
I hope you can hear this, people. This is
Yeah,
me. We're giving everyone a round of applause.
Such a professional start.
Fantastic stuff.
Of course, race control is there to remind us that it is under investigation, but we did not see anything wrong with that.
Yeah,
start.
I think that's just observation more than anything else. Now, with all these people safe, look at the traffic going into turn 9 and 10. We've got some crazy people up front as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hectic pace early onset.
So that should be, is that Jonathan Z? 91 is Jonathan Z. Where is that 91 car? There he is, he's at the back.
Yeah,
There
Jonathan
he
Z
is.
leading the line.
No, he's in 4th right now. So we've got, I think that's Empire M up front.
This is the turn that caused a lot of problems.
Okay, so
in the
we've
first
got
race.
Ling Guan Yu from Bay Racing just ahead of Johnny Z, so he's in 3rd.
Currently
there.
leading is Sun Chi Po. Sun Chi Po.
Sun Chu Po is,
Bay
yeah, I
Racing.
said for Bay Racing is up front. We've got number 25, that's
Yeah.
Mark Darwin that's coming in. These are people that started 13th and 10th on the grid that are leading. Incredible.
Meanwhile, Hendra Diputra, Fadzil Alang, Papaya Pay doing well to hang on barely to that second place. Or not just couldn't do so for long as Lai Wee Seng, Faris Fauzi, car number 26, assumes that 1-2 position for HMRT. And Papaya Pay once again having to play catch up. This is what they do, this is what they have been accustomed to. Never let that 1-2 position slip. They allowed some breathing space for Fadzil and Hendra for 1 lap, but it's business as usual after the first lap. And no surprise to see car number 27, the fastest car on track with a 2:35, lapping 2 seconds faster than their compatriots. Car number 26 and 2:37. Fadzil actually did well for himself. Fadzil and Hendra 2:36.
He's done fantastically well for himself. As I said, we're seeing cars that were starting right in the middle of the grid that had a lightning fast start.
In the first 3 turns.
Within, yeah, even first couple
Oh, there's
of
a
turns.
slight bump there from there's car number 90, Bay Racing.
So
Just in
yeah,
case.
as I said, they are now up. You got Mark Darwin in 3rd. He started in 13th. So a very interesting spread of competitors as early as lap 2. We are on lap 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
This is lap
we
2.
are on lap 2.
Have to check whether we got to 3 yet. As you can see, the race clock has started. Of course, it's 5 minutes in now, but this has been one of the most fantastic starts for MTCC that I have seen.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Chief. I've not seen such an exciting start. Look at the field, like they are all so close with each other.
This is a textbook technical race. Straight up, this is how it's supposed to be.
This is how it's supposed to be, indeed.
Oh, well, just as we say it, somebody's been hit. Who's that? Oh, that looks alarmingly like Bay Racing. It's not.
That's car number 25. That was in second place earlier.
Yeah, that's Mark Darwin.
Yeah, Mark Darwin and Luke Anton.
Okay, well, I'm not surprised that Mark Darwin did get himself
But
into
looking to
the first
recover as swiftly as possible.
You got to do it, right? Now, let's see who was at fault here. Now, there he is, Mark. He's just on the inside. You know, that's actually him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's him.
A
Sorry,
bit hasty
Mark.
coming on the inside to hug that line.
Sorry, Mark. One of those things that video replays have basically ruled you out.
That's a good thing that other cars weren't affected and he just veered off into the gravel and
Completely.
no harm done too much in the context
Well, I
of
think
the
he's
race.
got a lot of experience under his belt, Mark. So I'm sure he's going to know that. But it's pushed him back, as you said, a while. Now, Lai Wei Singh, currently for HMRT, has put in the fastest lap of 2:32.167. That's where we're going to start. That's pretty fast. I'm expecting another 3, maybe 4 seconds to get taken off that, actually.
And just comparing this to the qualifying times yesterday, it was a 2:31 that I mentioned to you earlier. This is a whole 9 seconds faster that they are lapping.
So we have got some news that the pit window will be open. That all-important one pit window will be open in about 13 minutes from now, 2:29 local time, which means, of course, there'll be about 10 minutes where the classifications, as we know them, will go into free fall because cars will be coming in and cars will be out on their out laps. But till then, as I'm so fond of saying, as I have been this season as well, this race is broken up into 3 parts. There's before the pit window, there is the pit window, and there is the gambit at the end as the last bit. How you do in each of those 3 micro components within this race is going to greatly affect your time. So far, every single one of the drivers in every single one of the teams has done spectacularly well in the biggest part of part 1, which is the start.
Yeah.
Amazing, really amazing.
I think almost all teams will be satisfied with how they got off the mark. Now it's about plotting for the pit, like you mentioned, coming up in 12 minutes. And just being competitive and being consistent and not trying anything too drastic out there.
Let's break that down. As you said, it's plotting for the pit in 12 minutes. Now, these cars are lapping at 2:30, which means that's 6 laps. The next 6 laps, lap 2 to 8, are going to be the key laps in your struggle to make part 1 of this race a big tick, a big green tick. Pack of 4. I can see Bay Racing right at the front of that. You've got Sakudo X just behind them in the black and yellow. No, sorry, in the yellow.
Yeah, so this pack of 4 is being led by Bay Racing, like you mentioned. Ng Chon Chin, Freddie Young in second. Jonathan Z is dropped back. He's fourth among this pack.
Avia Baja is currently putting in the fastest lap by having the 2 fastest sectors in MTC. They are already, the twins, as we should call them, the Sharks, are already beginning to pull away 3 seconds up. Quite an amazing team, HMRT, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, in the post-race interview with Irene in the last round, Aaron Lim did mention that the goal was to prep the car for S1K, but they've been extremely happy with the car setup. And he attributed it to the team. It is not just both these drivers; it's the whole HMRT team.
I actually think it's more of a luck thing than anything else. As we look at the top 4 now coming round, this is a top 4 in MT2G, of course. Yeah, well, kind of. I mean, Jonathan Z and Sun Chu Po have dropped to the back of this pack, which means we'll be seeing a change on that.
Well, we have an incident involving a procedure in turn 6 that's under investigation. I think
Nothing
that was
happens at turn 6. Turn 6 is a quiet neighborhood. That's very strange. We need to investigate that. It is the truth, though. Nothing happens at turn 6. Something very strange must have happened.
Yeah, we did not see anything happen.
What I'm saying is it's not one of those high-impact corners. 7, 8, 9, 10, they're all high-impact corners. Either high braking or high acceleration. Those are the ones that you expect more things to happen at. So It might just be an engine blow, you never know, but should definitely get somebody out there to check it out.
So if you're looking at lap times and how these teams are doing, Avila Baha, Aaron Lim with a marginal advantage over
Right now, yeah.
their teammates. In the MT2G is also equally tight, G, just 2 seconds separating Jonathan Z.
Well, this is what we're watching right now, right? I mean, no, in fact, that's dropped down a bit. This is this is the MT2V lead.
This is the MT2V.
Genevieve, Henrietta.
Oh wow, Genevieve
leading.
and Nabil Aslan, who is a debutant, Axel Sport, our debutant.
Are leading, and that's important stuff. There they are. There's the car, the 18 car. Behind them are DV Motorsport. So these are, you've got the debutant, you've got the most consistent car in this class, both fighting it out, coming into turn 9.
Nabil Aslan is the debutant. Genevieve partnered up with Raja Amirul.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Nabil is an excellent driver, both in simulation and
Wait a second. Is this the first time we're seeing a lady leading the MT2V?
I believe so.
This season?
Yeah.
It might be.
Yeah. Genevieve has gotten as high as 3rd.
Well.
But
well
not
done.
leading a race. So
Yeah. No,
spot
I
on,
mean, this is really good.
And she's got a great partner in Nabil Aslan. So we're going to keep an eye out on them.
Well, fantastic landmark days and history being written for Axel Motorsports in all sorts of ways.
But
As you can see, that's what's happening up at the top of that. Behind them, well, that would be Empire M Racing. I told you they were having a great race. That is the top of No, that is not the top of MT2G. They're actually 8th in class in MT2G. We're looking for the 993 car, Motor Art.
993, yeah, they're in 3rd place.
Yeah, where are they on this in this pack? That's what I'm looking at.
I just see
Yeah,
the pressure
this is
being
what I
put
mean.
by
A lot of pressure.
Parajun and Brandon on Genevieve and Nabil.
That's where your eyes should be trained. This is the top 2. Well, this is all new territory for Axel Sport. How to defend turn 1 when you're in the lead. Not bad. Helped a bit by Empire M.
I think it would be Genevieve behind the wheel, simply because she's already been through 3 races, and they might give Nabil the second stint, just get him a feel of how things stack up.
That's what I reckon as well. But either way, whether it is her or not, that's the history that's been made. The fact is that car is up front. Now, so far the defending's been fantastic. Coming into turn 5,
Yeah,
the defending's been so good, there's actually a traffic jam building up behind them.
and they're up against such an experienced duo in Parajun and Brandon Paul.
And not just an experienced duo that are actually having a bit of a run this year as well.
Yeah, indeed. I'm just going to look up where they are in terms of the standing and why they are where they are.
KGIA racing team. The 69 car up the front, very brightly colored one.
So Parajun and Brandon currently 5th in the standings, but 15 points would really bump them up just outside the top 3.
Well, exactly. Why wouldn't it?
So you can see the sense of urgency from the car number 190.
Look, it's the Sharks. The twins are on the roof again.
I mean, these scenes could have been from round 3 or round 2, and we wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know.
This 1-2.
I mean, thankfully, everyone watching, that's not how broadcasting works. We're not just going to suddenly put stuff on the screen. But you're right, it's a carbon copy of everything that happened in round 2 and round 3. Once again, I mean, it's just fantastic team management, really good application of motorsports protocols and engineering finesse and know-how. In a timely fashion, to get it out when you needed to. There's no point having this kind of race speed when there isn't a race on. So to aim it all towards a certain part and to keep, that machine running, that is impressive stuff. I always look at it like that. I always look at it like these cars, what we're seeing on the screen right now, are actually just the tip of a very, very big pyramid that goes down. And, pyramids that are moving really fast. They are now 6 seconds ahead.
Yeah,
of
Fazil Alang
and Hendra Adiputro.
Yeah, doing their best to keep that pyramid as close as possible.
Exactly. And that's the other thing. How many seasons? It's been 9 seasons I've been sitting here this year, or up to this year, where I've seen one car or one team, usually our engineering, that you can talk about. But they've managed to get both of their cars up to essentially 100th of a second within each other. That is incredible. 2 separate machines. Now, somebody's got up front here. That's Mark Chu from Kuraz Motorsport, who is in MT2G, so that's not to be. He's actually right now 5th in MT2V, sorry.
Oh, there is a 30-second penalty for car number 121.
Really?
Yep, Hakimi and Asfa, who are currently 2nd. Oh, this is not news they'd want to hear.
Well, that is
They're only
heartbreaking.
trailing 3 seconds behind Jonathan Z and Baron Sim. And to get hit with these 30 seconds, it's going to bump them down. In fact, upon the completion of this race, even if they finish in podium, they're not going to get that 12 points or 15 points or 10 points.
And that just goes to show you how, no matter what you do in the garage, all it takes is one incident on race day and your dreams are gone. That is tragedy for that team, and of course heartbreak that now their aim is beyond reach.
Well, they'll have to really win this race by some distance in order to get that podium finish. Given how competitive the MT2G is, the top 3, or rather the top 5, separated by only 7 seconds.
I can see, honestly, on average, every round, 1, maybe 2 cars DNFing, not finishing.
And that was due to the start, Chief. We all thought that it was quite a fantastic start by all teams.
There were so many cars in play that, it looks like we're going to get some interviews soon, which is good. There are so many cars in play for these starts. You can't keep your eye on everything. And somewhere in the middle, it's more of a testament to race control that they could actually.
Yeah, so they took their time with it and eventually got to it and decided.
They even got the article, 27.5. That was the infringement. So, yeah, it takes a lot of study. Now let's get back to things on track and find out where we are with half an hour left, which means that the pit window is coming up to being open in about 2 minutes. Cars are going to be streaming into the pit for their one big pit stop.
Jonathan is actually with Baron Sim. He was with Kwek Kian V.
Baron Sim, yeah, he's really fast. And has been for quite a while.
It's a Singapore-Malaysian combination there. Baron Sim, obviously from Sarawak.
Well, I kind of think of Johnny Z as Malaysian these days.
Yeah.
He's up here so much. He
Indeed.
loves racing up here as well. So we'll give him honourable citizenship and see if we can pass it
Our
off.
HMRT already passing by back markers as they make their way to turn 1.
You can just hear the kind of radio communication. Okay, you go first. I'll go next. All right, I'm coming through now. That's it. That's it. That's what they're going to do. Unbelievable reliability you've seen from HMRT. And hats off to them.
That
So
Papaya Pay
that's
Racing.
Fadzal Alang in 3rd. Is he close? Kenwu and Rossatan, no, they're 5 seconds back. That's not 4 position.
Fadzil and Hendra have dropped even further back. They're now almost 12 seconds behind. So again,
Yeah,
Chief,
and that's 12 seconds, as you said, plotting for the pit. 12 seconds before the pit.
yeah.
It makes you wonder.
I think HMRT, they will look to come in early now that they have this commanding lead.
Why not? You know, the great thing is they've got all the options. They can come in early, they can come in late.
Yeah,
What they're going to know is that everybody else is going to be watching them. So they have a very, very good situation here where they can... who's going off here?
And this was the incident
Oh,
earlier
right, yeah, this was Mark Darwin.
involving car 25. Was it 25? Oh, that's 34.
No, that's not Mark Darwin.
Not Mark
That's
Darwin.
Empire M.
Yeah, Shazul Hisham.
So Shazul has gone off the same place that Mark did. Now that makes me wonder if there's a little bit of oil on that. Tiny bit of dust, perhaps. Everybody else seems to be running fine, though track limits warnings are beginning to come through.
And we have confirmation that the pit window is officially open for business.
Yeah, everyone just like that. It's like queuing up for a concert. Everybody waits outside. Now, as I said, what a great card it is to have in your pack, to know that the rest of the field are watching you. What are you going to do? When are the HMRT cars going to come in? Are they going to come in early? Are they going to come in late? What are you going to do? But they can, you know, it's completely up to them. I know, I'll tell you one thing. Wow, sudden full course yellow.
That was the incident because of car 34 veering off track.
Right, a lot of stuff is happening right now. The pit window is opening right now, but at the same time, there is a sudden short notice full course yellow. Now, because it's short notice, we can't read. There it is. That's it. That's DD Motorsports.
Yes, that was in second place earlier.
No way.
Now we have confirmation.
Four cars suddenly went. Well, there's another one. There's Empire M.
That's Empire M. That's 34.
Right, we've got
who
evidence.
has not moved.
Evidence is coming in at an alarming rate here. 2 cars already off track. Most importantly, that 190 car, that's the second DV Motorsport car, isn't it? Yeah, it's Parajan and Brendan.
These guys are all on schedule. They are pitted and business as usual for them.
Well, you know, that's the thing. If the full course yellow happened as soon as you pitted...
And there's another car, Takashi Oi and
I knew they had to be.
Irinero EY.
Okay, so that's 3 cars that are out. But the other thing I was going to say is if the full course yellow starts exactly at the same time as the pit window, go in. Seriously,
Yeah.
go in. What is the point of staying out? You can't overtake anyone. You've got to be down at pit speeds anyway. Go in, get your stop done, change the
You might as
strategy.
well,
come
right?
out. It may as well. So, you know, that's if they both come in at the same time.
Car number 27 is moving unusually slow.
It might look that way because of the pit window. But
And also full course yellow, so
Yeah.
they've So the big news is what happened to car number 190 who was right on the back of that Axel Sport.
yeah, it's looking like that car and Empire M Racing, number 34, hit somewhere, probably around turn 6 or 7. Well, that would explain the lap 6 track limits warning. And then Empire M kept going on and kind of, you know, catapulted itself off in the pit round 7. So that's your basic what we've got right now. Of course, we're never going to know exactly what happened unless we get to see both cars. That might be hard to do because, as I said, there's a lot of things happening on track right now.
Yeah, various incidents all happening at the same time, coinciding with the pit window. And it looks like we are back to racing. I see the green flag being waved.
Well, what they would have done is they would have checked the track for any kind of debris or any oil, especially on a hot day like this. So it looks like those 2 cars must have hit the grass or must have hit the gravel pretty early. And thankfully didn't leave much on track. So good. You know, there's only one race this year which happened where there wasn't a full course yellow. And we made a huge thing about it because it is very odd. It's like winning the lottery. So now that that's gone, hopefully there aren't going to be any more today. But that break meant that 6 cars did come into the pit very early. R-Works Rios did, Ken Hirata and Masahiko Ida. Sakudo X did, R Engineering did. Both Sakudo cars came in actually, and Axel Sports as well. So a few of those teams have taken the advantage of having that full course yellow at the same time as the pit window opening.
So our top 4 have decided to stay out for a longer while more, not deciding to come in just yet.
Yeah, I think the key one has to be Fadzilalan.
Oh, wait, hang on. They've just
come in.
They've just as
There
we
they are.
speak of them.
You can see them. They've just come in.
Yeah.
They want to take them both in at the same time, which is
No surprise
also
to see
impressive.
them both come in at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, how much paddock room have you got? Well, apparently enough. So that's good. But in the end resulted in at least everybody getting away. The usual battles then took to the 15 corners, but this was the most high-profile absentee, that number 19 championship-leading car for DB Motorsports, having to come in very, very early. Their sister car, the 190 car, took the lead in the end and never really...
Looking at the south panel.
This was the big battle at the end. Unlucky for Daniel Renaway. So as you can see, the pit window is still open here, and those are the two big cars, the two HMRTs, 26 and 27, parked very nicely, almost in showroom fashion.
Interestingly, Jeev, this time, for this round, they've all pitted on the south paddock instead of the usual north paddock, which is right below us.
Yeah, those things get assigned before for race weekend, so I don't think it was really up to them. It was more up to SIC and the race organizers especially.
Yeah, given the hectic weekend, perhaps, which is why the MTCC...
Well, of course, the last time we were here, we were talking about rumors that were circulating about stuff. Those rumors have come true now.
Yes, come true indeed. It's going to be a very busy season.
Come true, but in a weird way. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix, but it's being staged here, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay, that's fine. As long as we've got a good deal going, that's fine. That's great. It's going to be good to see F1 back on this track. It deserves it. Okay, the HMRT cars are now back out. Of course, freshly tired up, I'm sure. And we've got 23 minutes till the end of this race. It has been a fascinating race, just like every other race in MTCC this year, which is, of course, justification a lot more as we look at Fadzil Aling, who's still in third. No, he's actually coming to the pits now. No, sorry, he's actually taken the lead because the other two are on their outlaps.
Yep,
interesting. So Fadzil Aling this is simply because he stayed out for longer than everybody else. Of course, he's going to have to come in and do his compulsory stop anyway. So it is news that he's taken the lead, but it's not, as I said, double sourced, shall we say.
Yeah, Kenwu Rasultan behind Fadzil Hendra in
they've
second
been doing
place.
well. And look how close they are. I mean, it's very close. That's them.
Yeah, that's them.
Wow.
Nice move there to just shut him off.
Kenwu hasn't come in either, right?
No, they've not come in yet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So both of these cars are going to have to stop jousting at some point and get into the pit. Of course, if they don't, then the drop-off in terms of performance as your tires go and everything by not having that little service stop is significant. It's significant enough. So 22 minutes and 20 seconds is roughly 10 laps. That's what we've got. Just under, in fact. This is actually a battle for first.
Yeah, sort of gave him a crack there with that late break and perhaps time to capitalize.
Well, Fadzil definitely left the door open there, but he's got the straight line speed for it. So that Civic is always got the straight line speed when it comes down to it, but the Swift is going to have a lot of cornering ability. So Fadzil manages to keep the lead for another lap. Car number 24 with black and white flag. I did say they turn up a lot. Who's 24? 24 is 24. Anathon, Nisa Racing.
You know what, Jeev? I think Fadzil, Hendra, and Kenwu Rasultan have already pitted. We just did not see them pit.
How did they come in and we didn't see them?
It completely...
Okay, we do have the stats. They have pitted, but...
We did not see them
I didn't see any of that. So, okay, in that case, where are the HMRTs?
The HMRTs currently, as of now, are in 5th, car number 27.
Oh, 3rd and 4th.
And 3rd, yes. Car number 26 is in 3rd.
Well, this is too big an incident to not know. This is really... I mean, how did they manage to get in, both of them?
We saw both the HMRTs come in early. We did not see both these
cars.
What?
I think they came in when the full course yellow happened, because we were watching the full course yellow.
Yes, that's right.
That's why
and it wasn't
we
captain.
didn't get
Oh, there was a bump there by car number 208. That's got to result in some penalty.
So, yes, Fadzil and Ken did come in. We didn't see it because of the full course yellow coverage. Therefore, they are in the lead by 0.2 of a second, and the HMRTs are actually 40 seconds behind them.
This is uncharted territory for both these guys.
It has to be. It has to
top
be.
two.
It has to be the coinciding of the full course yellow and the pit window opening at the same time. That's why this has happened.
And we look at how long it took for them to pit. They've all taken about two minutes, slightly more than 2 minutes to pit. So in terms of being in the pits, they were all about the same time. No discrepancy there. It's just a wonder that car number 27 holding a 12-second advantage. Just as the pit window opened, now find themselves in 4th place. They're third and fourth. Wow, and trailing 40 seconds behind. This is some alternate universe race
It's
that I feel I'm watching.
MCU stuff. It's gone from
yes, that's it.
It's gone from
MCU stuff.
It's gone from MTCC to the
MCU.
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
How did it happen in such a quick period?
This will now be known as the Doctor Strange moment, when he's come in and created an alternate universe and they've gone somewhere else.
We see how aggressive the car 208 was
See,
on that sharp turn.
now we know why it's being so aggressive. And the great thing is, all credit to Ken and Russell, and of course Fudzil and Hendra as well. But what comes off this really is we now have a new situation to test the HMRT's excellence, which is they are, 20 seconds behind, or 1 lap behind, whatever. With 18 minutes left to go, what can you do? Because
Yes.
we've only ever seen them up at the front as 1-2. So
Indeed.
I'm impressed to see what their red button is. Avia, it'll be Faris Fauzi now, probably Aaron Lim in those cars. But 26 and 27, what is the HMRT red button? Press it and let's go and see what happens.
Well, if this stays the same,
They are
it could
30
throw the championship
Wide
race
open.
wide open.
Let's get down now. We've got Arena on screen. Let's find
All right,
out.
with all the action that is going on right now out on the tracks, we are here with car number 289. I'm here with Rio right now. Now, Rio, it's a really, really hot day. We can see you sweating. You can see me sweating. How do you think this race is going to fare for you guys after this?
Well, the road condition is really bad because, there's a lot of event out there. So there's a lot of tire rubbish and, it's not a really good condition to turn at the corner. So, well, it's really, really complicating for us because it's not usual. We want to fight for the podium.
Of course, we are all here to see the fight to the finish. This is round 4 right now, but this is round 4, race 1. So you're setting yourself up for tomorrow's race as well. How much in hopes are you for the podium this round? Do you think it's something really very close to achieving?
From round 1 to round 3, we have a lot of bad luck, and I hope we are lucky for this round and can get double podium for race 1 and race 2.
Talk a bit about your partnership with your driver as well. How you guys have been carrying it out this entire season. Do you see this partnership going further for the next MTCC season to come?
Well, for next year, I will partnering with William because he's my father. Yeah, and he teach me a lot about the racing and racecraft, everything. So I hope next year I can fight for the championship.
Now, of course, there are a lot of improvements. Like you mentioned, you had a bit of a mishap round 1 to round 3. A lot of improvements to be done. Do you think we will see you in action in S1K later on?
This one is a secret for our team.
Okay.
So I hope I can compete S1K because my father told me that I need to get a good result in MTCC. So, yeah.
Well, let's see. This is, of course, gearing it up for that as well. Good luck to you, Rio. Thank you. And, of course, back to Nick and Jeev.
Thanks for that, Arena. Yes, great to hear from the young team now, racing with his father, which is pretty good. All in all, though, as I said, it's a very hot day, as we pointed out. Doing well, most of these teams so far. There isn't any serious problem apart from Divyesh at the 190 team, of course, and now possibly the HMRTs with their own problem. There's only one. Fadzil Alang has gone into the pits again. Mate, Fadzil Alang went in twice.
Yes, that's definitely a car problem for Papaya Pay. That's an unscheduled second pit for Papaya Pay.
What if the first one was the unscheduled one and this was his actual one?
We see them
Could
out
be,
there.
could
Live
be.
picture shows they are still competing gamely. Currently, they have dropped as well, Jeef. They
He
were
was
first.
on his outlap, so this is coming out of the outlap. So he did go in the pits again. Right,
And as a result of that unscheduled pit, Jeef, we have a new race leader, our Ken Wu and Russell Tan.
yeah, and well done to them, as I was saying. So Fadzil, for whatever reason, has come in for a second pit stop, which is documented on our screen. Therefore, he has, you know, by absolute true reason, gone down to 5th now. He's actually in 5th right now. Inigo Anton Azriel from Axel Sports, by the way, well done, up to 4th. Which means that the HMRTs only have 32 seconds to overcome in 14 minutes.
Yes.
Do you think they can do it?
It's going to be a rough ride, simply because they've not found themselves
See, yeah,
in that position
For
before.
me, it's an untested ride.
Yeah.
It's warp drive that they never had to use. Now,
Indeed.
isn't that fascinating? Isn't it interesting?
And it
that we've
comes
got
down
that
to the
situation?
final 13 minutes of this penultimate race
Yeah,
of the
now,
season.
Breaking that down for you guys at home, 13 minutes is, I'll be generous about it. Yeah, we've got an interview coming in right now. I'll have that breakdown for you when we come back from this interview.
All right, guys, now I'm down here with driver car number 7. We got Machu and we got the team owner of Kuras, which is Leona Chin, together here with us. So let's go to Mark first. Mark, you're in a unique position because your team right now currently sits comfortably in second place in regards to overall, and it's just about finishing the race but also trying to gun for that first position. So what's your current strategy for today as well as tomorrow?
Okay, before I answer your question, I just want to say a quick word. I want to thank everybody, all the crew, all the production people, the people up in the studio. I know it's a tough job walking around, and I see nobody thank you. It's a thankless job. Thank you very much. Okay, so now back to your question. Today we tried our best to keep the car safe at the start. Yes, you're correct. We haven't had I've never finished in the number 1 spot. We still want to try to get that, but the car has to be safe in order to achieve that. So the start of the race, I kept it quite, I controlled myself a little bit. And I think right now we're in the position where we want to be. So let's just hope nothing goes wrong and we can finish the race safely.
Lovely. You're talking to the next member of parliament here, apparently, very politically, correct. But I want to ask you, Leona, I mean, like, in regards, granted, this is already round 4. You've been together with these boys since round 1. How has their performance been? How has it met? Have they met your expectations in regards of performance and the quality of the car, the performance in all aspects?
Yes, throughout the whole season, I see they have progressed, and also a lot of team work together. I can see it's more bonding every round. So yeah, I see there's a lot of chance to grow and do our best, finish in the championship points, highest.
Yes, of course. But will we be able to get to see you in the car? Very time soon, or you're just now very comfortable behind the scenes right now?
In the car, okay, I open the door, go inside. Racing, yeah, I'm still aiming to go into GT races, so yeah.
Nice. Right. Okay, so good luck to you guys, good luck to Kuras, and hopefully we get to see you on the podium tomorrow for the overall.
Okay.
All right, bye to you, gents.
Wow, Leona Chin in GT racing. That's a movie in itself. There you go. Well done. And by the way, thanks for the shout out to everybody up here in the board. We do. It's a thankless job.
Yeah, it's such a refreshing comment from Mark Chu. We appreciate it. And no wonder he's in great spirits, Jeef. 15 points for this race, if they can cross the finish line as champions, would put them right up there.
Absolutely.
Currently in 3rd place, but...
by the way, that big question of whether the HMRT cars... This, by the way, is going very slowly. You're about to say it, but that's not supposed to happen. Fadzil Alang looks like he's pushed that. Or in fact, it's Hendra now. Looks like he's pushed that way too far. Might be an axle problem at the front, but can't seem to
Could
turn
be
it.
a brake problem as well.
Misa
brake
Racing
pad
have had a
problem.
bit of a shutdown as well, and that's the Anaton and Ethan, the Thai
Man.
drivers.
These guys have not been having the greatest of stints, even in the
No, they
last
haven't.
round as
and
well.
they are, as you pointed out, they are, high prospects in terms of the local or general regional racing community. That's very good. I like that. Don't, I'm supposed to do my job here. You can't keep doing that. Okay, so 208. This is our, I'm saying it now, race leader.
Race leader with less than 10 minutes. Jeff, this is a dream position.
It's a dream come
Neither
true.
of them would have predicted that they would have this advantage at
Privateer
this stage of the
team.
race.
Privateer team.
Until now,
Independence.
if we want to break it down, how they got to this stage, I think it's going to be a challenge for us, because let's just go for a quick recap. It was car number 27, Avila and Aaron Lim at the top. And then we had full course yellow, and it was Fadzil and Hendra Adiputra leading the line by a couple of seconds.
Well,
and they have dropped off now as well.
They've dropped off big time because of the second pit stop. So what I'm saying to you is this, I'll take that a bit further. The three parts of the race I talked about earlier, part 1, part 2, and part 3. For Kenwu and Rossatan, part 1 was punctuated with an incredible start. They started midway in the grid and basically found themselves in the top 5. So you're immediately firing in the top 5 off the first part. Then Fadzil Alang is by the way, into the pits for a third pit stop because of that. Not Fadzil, Hendra, I should say Papaya Pay, is in for a third pit stop. Now, continuing what I was saying, for Kenwu and Russell Tan, am I ever going to get to continue what I'm saying? No, because there's a full course yellow. Second full course yellow of the day is now out with 8 minutes to go.
I think it's because of car number 25.
It's Nisa Racing's 24.
24, rather, 24.
They're going to have to check. So Anton and Ethan have made sure that a debris check. Now, what does this mean? This means that Kenwu and Russell Tan have essentially won this race.
Yeah, it
Because
really depends on
you
how
cannot-
long FC-wise...
You're not going to be overtaking on a full course yellow. This is going to wind down at least a couple more laps. So the chances of Kenwu and Russell Tan, the privateer team in the 208 car, winning this race has just skyrocketed. You got to see it like that, Nick. It's basically like the stock market, and the stocks get valuable at different times. Now, Kenwu and Russell Tan's stock in this race has just gone through the roof.
And as it stands, they're on course for their first ever victory on this MTCC season.
Talk about remembering the 22nd of August for the rest of your life.
Man, we said that it could blow wide open. Indeed, it has.
But I said it's not just it's blown wide open to the likes of our engineering or another big team. It's blown wide open to an independent team. Do you realize what this means for other independent teams around Malaysia and the region? That you can turn up here and look at that. They're 47 seconds ahead of HMRT, who, by the way, did not press the red button.
Yeah, they never did.
Why did they not press the red button? Because they realized if you press the red button, you're going to be putting more strain on the cars for no reason. They're already going to pick up points, 12 and 15 points from today.
Indeed.
So why would you?
Indeed, they'll just have to go at it again tomorrow.
It's a shame, of course, for everybody watching and for us, because everybody wants to see this big charge down finish all the way to the end. But they have to think about tomorrow's race. That's the main thing. It's not even S1K. They have to think about tomorrow's race. So you don't want to push these cars too much now when there is, I'd say, 70% chance that these two could be winning 15 points and 15 tomorrow anyway.
Well, that's a great point that you made earlier about a privateer team coming and racing in a race like MTCC.
Gold.
And for all the car enthusiasts and motorheads out there, if you're watching this, and
it's golden. It's absolutely
Kenwu
golden.
and Russell Tan is the prime example.
Yeah.
If you have a dream of racing in the MTCC and you believe you have the skills.
You always see when you walk around motorsports, as we look at, by the way, Faris Fauzi, the 26 car at turn 10, you go to these places and you see cardboard cutouts of drivers that are usually built by sponsors. Sponsors get it. What we should do is have a cardboard cutout of Kenwu and Russell Tan, Adi Rahimi Rashid, and have next to it why they have the cardboard cutout, because these are normal guys that tried something incredible and pulled it off. It's a fairy tale story.
Sometimes
well done.
dipping into your own resources to fuel a dream, and you wonder if it's going to pay off. Well,
That's
when
the
it
thing.
comes to a situation like this,
that's the thing.
Then
so,
you
yeah.
think back and you realize, yes, it pays off.
I'm not a young man anymore, and I used to think that yes, not everything should be linked to money, but everything has to be linked to money because money is what puts everything in front of you. So there has to be that kind of idea that money's involved. But why do we get into sport? We get into sport for solo runs, for wonder goals, for people like, coming in unknowns, taking the lead. The fate of the underdog is what we've seen today, and that's what sport's all about.
And by that context alone, I think, it's been an absolutely splendid race.
So 4 minutes and 44 seconds left in this first race of round 4, the MT1600 race. Don't forget, of course, in just over an hour, there'll be the TP2000 half-an-hour sprint race. We'll be here for that as well. But we're into the last laps. It's not the last lap. It's an hour-plus leader. So right now, Ken Wu and Russell Tan, who are still, as you said, unbelievably 23 seconds ahead of the HMRT. What strategy must you have that ends up with you being 23 seconds ahead of the HMRT team? Exactly.
Well, they've just been consistent. I look at them and I see their track record,
yeah,
4 podium finishes.
I'm not saying they had a strategy, but, what I'm saying is dreams can come true. They really can. The impossible can happen 23 seconds ahead of a team that has dominated this season.
And that car 81 that we saw earlier also doing really well for themselves. I think it's been such an impressive debut from Axel Sports.
That's true. That's
Inigo
true.
Anton
Very
and
true.
Azriel Azhar.
Yeah, big shout out to Inigo and Azriel, and of course Axel Sports themselves. But really, yeah, it's a shot in the arm for a lot of racing classes, a lot of racing. The things that we've seen, one of the races that we watched this year, 7 cars within the first 5-10 seconds. In the end, this is what you look for in sports, and it does have a knack of coming up at just the right time. Of course, once again, just quickly with Ken Wu and Russell Tan, this is also a good example of how you should run a clean race. Because if they had a 30-second penalty, they're in second. They're 23 seconds ahead of Livery Said. If they had a 30-second penalty now, they're in second. 60-second penalty, they're in third. So you want to stay clean, and as you said, put your best foot forward, and then you see what happens.
And to be fair to them, it's not just this race that they've played by the books, and they've done it all season. And to have a debut team to come into this track, I'm not sure if they've been on the Sepang track or they've been regulars on the Sepang track, but to come and contend against all these guys who've done it season in, season out, we really got to commend them. Of course, it's not over yet. We still have just over 2 minutes, but they're well within...
well within striking distance, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And, it would just be tragic for anything to befall them now in the next 2 minutes. They just need to keep it tight, keep it close. Definitely a 95% drive. They do not need to be pushing it at all. They are 19 seconds ahead of the 26 HMRT. Oh, that's one car that didn't last the last 2 minutes.
I think this is our debutant as well. Rock Racing, Rafin Gait and Nurul Auni.
Yeah, Nurul Auni has raced before. Rafin Gait, no. But they're 10th in MT2G, and yes, getting a bit of a lesson in what it's like to really drive the Sepang International Circuit. That's a bit of rough and tumble happening at the top of the straight there as well. If I'm right, that's actually Mark Darwin, isn't it? Purple car?
This car 900, that's Ling Guang Yu and Eddie Liu.
Right, okay. Well, I think that should be coming up to the last lap now, I'm sure of it. Technically, the full course yellow flags are still waving.
You know what, Jeev? Car number 26, Livey Singh, Faris have actually done well to close the gap on our leaders.
I think that's more from Ken Wu. As you can see, he's been lapping at 2:37.
Yeah.
They up the pace to 2:34, which is why he's apparently looking like he's getting closer. But
it's not going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough
to pull off this miracle.
Yeah, certain things you would literally need a miracle to do for this moving time and things like that. or Doctor Strange could do it, as I said, in MCU MTCC, which is a great idea, by the way.
I think if we were to cut a highlights reel from this season, a lot of it would come from this particular race because so much has happened.
Oh, it's just been a glorious, glowing example of what MTCC can be. You know, the start was amazing for a start, but the permutation, the way things have happened, the events that have come together have led to this car, which was an absolute outsider. 23 seconds ahead or 19 seconds ahead at the end, which is amazing. Now, so this is the checkered flag now. That was actually the last lap. Well done, Ken Wu and Russell Tan. This second time
First win of the season, and what a time to get it.
That is really amazing. That is, yes, you guys are the blood and soul of this team. Really fantastic to see.
That puts them right on 80 points at this stage.
I'm not gonna mince words. I watch a lot of sport. I commentate a lot of sport. This sporting moment that we've seen just now ranks above one of the top sporting moments that I've seen all year. To have an underdog team that is outside of the favorites come in and win by 15 seconds. The look on the team's face just now was enough. Amazing, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and they're going to be, so they're going to be in 80 points. Like we saying, Faris Fauzi with 12, that would bump them up to 68. And Aaron Lim, Avila Baha finishing in third, that gives them 10 points, 75 points. We have a new race, a leader going into the final race tomorrow, Jeeves. Ken Wu and Russell Tan will be the duo to take down.
So you're telling me that not only have they come up with their first win this year, but they might actually win the championship tomorrow?
They might actually win the championship tomorrow. Of course, there's a lot to be done. There's over 20 laps to navigate, and they would really have to, at a minimum, get second place, but they've put themselves well in the driving seat.
But once again, I mean, when you said it, is that impossible based on what we've seen today? No.
Not at all.
Wow. Absolutely wow.
Well done to Adi Rahimi, James Russell as well. Modern Racing Team taking home the win in the MT2G.
Yeah.
Mark Chu, Kenny Chan, Kuras Motorsports, they kept their cool, got that win. Just going to look at what it does to their standings as well.
Well, I mean, there are so many permutations from what could have happened, but, you know, as I said, you've got to judge things by, you know, not the speed that you go at or the cars that are in it. And, you know, a lot of people look at the outside of things. You look at the things that have happened. You look at the situations that we've been through in this commentary box this year, from rainstorms to, you know, blizzards to whatever. And then you see stuff like that happening, underdogs coming through and winning, HMRTs dominating. It is tidy little championship. It really is, MTCC.
Yeah, indeed, and it just shows that anyone could win it. It's not a given that even if you are the clear favorites that it's going to go your way. You just have to be consistent. You have to have the right mindset, the right attitude.
Yeah. But just those three words, everybody can win. That is
and
important.
in the context of these two, also, you know, astute leadership from management as well, like Russell Tan said earlier, you know, listening to instructions and trusting in your team.
No, it was their race for sure, in terms of the entire story. But you're right, look at the two cars. They haven't got the same kind of engineering finesse that we see on hand for the HMRT team all season, but they have that belief and strength of spirit that they did come through. Look at this, what a great shot. The two sharks and the little, minnow in the middle. Finding Nemo in the middle of the two sharks, basically. Amazing. Do you see what I mean? It's gold. It's absolute gold. Well, fantastic shots from inside the pit now as well. And as you can see, our drivers are here.
That's Russell Tan.
Well, as you can see, we're prepping up for an interview now. But fantastic to see them.
Hey, you coming together as well? Yeah. Come.
So you actually get to see how we build up interviews as well.
Your crew, sorry, is all over that side.
That was a bang.
All right, guys, now I'm here together with the winners for the MTC. We got Ken, we got Russell down here. Russell, one funny note. At the start, Russell and Ken, one thing that was funny that I wanted to talk to you on the grid, but you didn't want to. You said that you want to talk after when you win. There you go, you guys actually won. So how was that? Share with us.
Be a very good boy, listen to your manager. But yeah, we are just lucky. Very lucky. Yeah.
No, because like it basically all fell onto your lap. The fact that there was a double yellow and nobody knew what was going on, but it didn't deter you guys to actually get to the best position, and you just took your chances well, man.
So actually, right, I didn't even know we were leading at all. I thought the gap was behind. So I don't know, but we just tried my best and then went for it.
All right.
Yeah.
And what does this mean for the overall championship? Again, we still have race number 2 happening tomorrow. So where does this put you guys right now?
Honestly, we don't know. We really don't know. We just focus on driving, that's all.
All right. Just bringing it home, safe and sound, and hopefully being on the podium, the P1 will be the best possible position, isn't it?
Yep, of course. We'll try.
All right. Congratulations to you, gents. We'll see you guys upstairs. Gents.
Thanks a lot for that. Of course, we have a lot more information up here, and the fact is that they just won their first race, and they're running for the championship as well.
Yes, running for the championship. They will be going into tomorrow's final race of the season as championship leaders on 80 points, and they would be 5 points clear of car number 27.
Well, have a look at the results. All in all, there you go. Ken Wu and Russell Tan in 50.06.484. They're up top. The 2 HMRTs in second and third, Axel Sports in fourth, Sakudo X in fifth, and Papaya Pay Racing in sixth.
And in the MT2G, James Russell, Adi Rahimi doing really well to come away with that win. Bay Racing in second place. Ng Chon Chin, Freddie Ang completing your podium spot. Jonathan Z, Barensim, unfortunate to finish just outside that podium finish. Mark Darwin, Luke Anton completing your top 5. And further down, we have Sun Chi Po, Aung Yuan Yi, Night Racing Team in 7, Motor Art in 8.
In 11th, Lim Yun Kit, Privateer. See, this is where Privateers are supposed to be. Rafin Gaith, Anand Thorn and Ethan in 13th, Mohammed Hakimi and Noor Asfar in 14th, and Shazul Isham in 15th for Empire M.
And in the MT2V, Mark Chu and Kenny Chan, Kuras Motorsports taking home that win. This Japanese combination of R-Works and Rios in second place. Genevieve and Nabil Aslan, well done to them. Axel Sports completing the podium finish. Divyesh and Harkish Giva, perhaps uncharted territory, finishing just outside the podium. Mortal Art in 5th, R-Works in 6th and 7th and 8th. DV Sport in 9th.
Yeah, tough day for DV Motorsports, sure. Well, as you can see, the cars are all in Parc Fermé now, which means they're going to be off and observed and scrutinized, which they have to, just to make sure that everything's above board. And of course, this means that we should be getting a trophy ceremony presentation very soon. So, but before we get there, let's have a look at the highlights. It was a very sunny day. It has been this wonderful sun. And well, this was a great move from Fadzil Alang right at the beginning to go right down the middle with the HMRTs. In the end, it wouldn't pay off, but this is where the real money was, the MT2V and G category. A lot of cars that weren't supposed to be up the front got into the front off a fantastic start. And then, of course, we had 2 fantastic races. This was Mark Darwin getting into a little bit of problems. That corner in the end, turn 6, where a lot of problems turned up. That was the DV Motorsport car 190 car that was leading for a while. This was Genevieve up at the front for the Axel Sports car. In the end, one of them, that was Empire M that went off at the same corner that in the end resulted in that Mark Darwin went off, and the pit window happened. And there was a lot of confusion actually as to what happened in the pit window, but these 2 cars came out up front, and in the end, that little shunt with Fadzil Alang's or Papaya Pay could have been Hendra Putra, meant that they were out a couple more DNFs along the way. This was tough for Papaya Pay. They could hardly secure the line. In the end, though, ultimately, the 208 Privateer car, Ken Wu and Russell Tan, comes through, and it was the 268 in MT2G, Adi Rahimi and James Russell for the Modern Racing team that would get the checkered flags. fantastic day of racing, really, has to be said.
Even they did not know that they were in first place.
They're probably getting the news now, right now. Maybe they even saw that and realized. Well, we're going to take a break right now, but do stick with us. We've got a podium coming up in just a bit.
The ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire.
And we are back for the podium ceremony of the MTCC Round 4 Race 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. If you have just tuned in, do not worry, you have perhaps missed the bulk of the race, but you can continue catching us live as we check out the podium ceremony that's about to get underway real soon. You see some of our competitors just waiting to get on the podium, collect their trophies, and of course they will have it all to do again for the final race of the season. That's happening tomorrow right here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. If you're wondering what to do on a Sunday, if you do not have plans, do come and join us. Entrance is free. You can come and check out the final race of the season, where I can guarantee there is going to be plenty of high octane action happening here. And for those of you who want to continue catching the action live here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit, we do of course have the TP2000 race. That is essentially a sprint race, and that will be kicking off just 10 minutes before 5 p.m. at 4:50.
For all the podium winners, for all three categories, please make your way up to the podium and give it up to begin. Rest the ceremony very, very soon. Thank you for your cooperation.
Siapa tak kenal Nabil? Sorry, siapa tak kenal Jen? Awak rookie. Kalau awak rookie, dia veteran lagi. Korang kat depan. Korang kat depan sebab dia akan lalu sini, dia akan pergi sana. So korang kat sini aku. So tak, bukan kita orang. Awak cover winner je. So bukan kita orang. So nanti dia naik, awak boleh selalunya sampai sini je. Korang sampai sini. Bila dia orang kita orang tak payah. Kita orang tak payah.
So, thanks for staying with us. It's time for the podium ceremony now for MTCC 2026 Round 4, Race 1 for the MT1600s.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. It is now time for the podium ceremony for the Malaysia Touring Car Championship 2026, Round 4, Race number 1. We will start with the
So starting with MTC.
MTC category. Let us now welcome all the winners to the podium, beginning in third place, car number 27, Honda Malaysia Racing Team, Avila Baha and Aaron Lim.
Yeah, they don't seem particularly upset with the fact they finished third, but it's definitely odd in terms of statistics that they did.
Yeah, indeed. First time outside number 1. But still on the podium.
Honda Malaysia Racing Team, Lai Wei Seng and Faris Fauzi.
Yeah, the other two.
And the winner for the MTC category, car number 208, Ken Wu and Russell Dunn.
That announcement probably would have been part of their dreams last night. And now it's a reality. Well done once again to Ken and Russell.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now we would like to invite Ms. Michelle Ang, General Manager, HK Motorsport, to hand the trophies to our third place, second place, and our MTC winners. All right, right now let's invite Ms. Michelle Ang together with our winners for a group photo. Everybody look forward, smile. And thank you, Ms. Michelle. And now just the winners on the top podium, please. And raise the trophy high.
So a big congratulations to all of our finalists or our podium winners, I guess.
All right, congratulations to all the winners for the MTC categories, the winners for round 4, race number 1.
So up next will be MT2G. And you can just hear the pit lane opening for the Asia Classic Car Challenge. That's what's up next in terms of the race.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, next up we have the Malaysia Touring Production MT2G category. In third place, car number 919, Sokudo X Ultra Racing Team, Chongqing and Freddie Ang.
This was a good finish, Nick.
Yeah, they've been consistent, these two, throughout the season.
In second place, car number 900, Bay Racing Team, Ling Guan Yu and Liu Kawai.
Eddie Liu and Ling. Another very consistent partnership. Bay Racing also have had a good 2026 season.
And the winner for the MT2G category, car number 268, Modern Racing Team, Adi Rahimi and James Russell.
Say it once again, Adi Rahimi used to be a video gamer. Now he's a big-time racer with lots of wins under his belt as well.
Modern Racing Team on 84 points, courtesy of this victory.
That's how it's geared in the end. They look at partnerships and they see how many points you could possibly get, or you should be getting. Chief Media Officer from TVS and Sarawak Media Group, so esteemed partner from Sarawak.
Another interesting fact is that we have a news coverage on the MTCC, something that was perhaps not so prominent in previous years, but this year,
no,
I see...
You're being nice about it. It hasn't been around before, but it is tough. You know, as an ex-news journalist myself, it is tough to get news crews down to things anyway. So, it is an important part of the coverage to have that. That's great news.
Yeah, to see the news crew here every weekend when there's a racing involved,
cutting and shooting and stuff. That's
amazing.
For a group photo with all of our MT2G winners.
I'm not even going to think about how many times he's got a podium now, Adi Rahimi, since he was a video gamer. But I know he picked up 5 wins in his first year. So
all our MT2G winners at the top of the podium for a photo opportunity. Raise your trophies high. Smile for the cameras. Congratulations once again to our
and a big
MT2G
round of applause for all of our MT2G winners.
Another photo opportunity with our race ambassadors.
All right, thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. And congratulations to all the winners. Thank you. Thank you. You may take your lead now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all the winners.
And that means, of course, MT2V is the last category that we're going to be getting a podium for.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the final category of the day for this afternoon session, the Malaysia Touring Production MT2V category. Let's begin. In third place, car number 18, Axel Sport, Genevieve Henrietta and Nabi Aslan.
Oh, it looks like it's just Roger that's come out.
I thought I saw Genevieve there earlier.
I thought I did as well. But
that's Nabil Aslan,
Nabil,
our
right,
debutant.
okay.
Car number 389, Arwax Rios Racing, Yuta Kamimura and Katsuya Hirata.
How about this? The all-Japanese team comes out with a podium finish.
Debutants as well, and to get second place.
They are absolute petrol heads in Japan. This is brilliant. It's fantastic.
Category. Car number 7, Kuras Motorsport, Mark Chiu.
Well. Look who's made the podium after we spoke to him.
First win of the season for Kuras Motorsport.
Well done.
And now it is my honor to invite Ms. Taryn Yap, General Manager, Commercial, Petronas of International Circuit, to hand the trophies to our third place, second place, and the MT2V winner.
And of course, this is just a great indicator to everybody else that's watching that if you do say good stuff about the people up in the broadcasting commentary booth, you end up being a winner.
We choose to think that anyway.
There's a link, there's a causality link there, I'm telling you. So you guys should all go out in your interviews and say how great we are. You never know what's going to happen. But that term, you never know what's going to happen, has really been exemplified this race, this weekend. You really never know. Fresh to have that in motorsports and any sports, to be honest.
If you want to know the meaning of that, you have to speak to Russell Tan and Ken Wu.
Yeah, they're going to be celebrating for a fair bit, but you catch them afterwards.
In the middle of the podium for a group photo. All right, thank you, Mr. Rinyap. And now just the winners on the top podium, please. Just the winners on the top podium. For a group photo, everybody, gentlemen, raise your trophies. All right, congratulations to all the MT2V winners. Congrats, gentlemen. Can we get just Mark and Kenny on stage, because apparently your team owner wants to take a photo, and I announce that on the mic. Thank you so much.
Well, as you can see, it's down to team owner photos now, so that is the end of this round, race 1, MT1600, round 4, MTCC. Do stay with us, because in just over an hour, the TP2000 race is going to be starting, but for now, from the commentary box, from me and Nick, it's goodbye.